Hot Wheels Haul, February 2015. I've got quite an amazing assortment of vintage Hot Wheels for you guys to see. This month, I've been after some of the most exclusive and rare vehicles that are not part of my collection quite yet. And amazingly, I did find some of them. I have a collection of approximately 3,000 Blackwall Redline CT wheel Hot Wheels from 1974 through 1989. Just a quick recap for those of you that aren't familiar with my channel. And I'm in my final stages of searching for the Hot Wheels I'm missing. I don't generally go for international release cars. I'm going for mostly North American cars, whether they be promotional, red lines, rarities, what have you. This month I focused on getting some of my Herfy's cars. These were a promotional release car that were available between 1975 in 1977, I believe. The P911, the Volkswagen Bug, the Gremlin Grinder, and the other car. Forget what it's called. Anywho, those are the Herfy's that I got this month. I also picked up a couple other rare cars, including this Ultra Hot Wheel Masters of the Universe set only car. This is called the Cannonade. It's an interesting little car. It has an opening canopy. Kind of cool for Hot Wheels. It's not an overly expensive car. You can pick these up fairly cheaply. If you're looking for them, you'll often see them with the silver metallic paint, gold Hot One wheels, or on occasion these Ultra Hot Wheels. Not so easy to find is this 1975 released Corvette Stingray with red paint, blue, yellow, and white tampos on it with redline wheels. Even more difficult is this chrome 1976 Super Chromes release of the Corvette Stingray with the same tampo. Pretty difficult little bunch of cars there to find. Certainly not going to be light on your wallet. If you do come across the mint, as I did, you're looking at approximately $50 to $75 a car in this condition. I did finally, this is one of the non-rare vehicles I was after, but just did not seem to come across. It was a Hong Kong base Caterpillar forklift with the engravings on the side versus the tampo. And we're zooming in on the engraving just so you can get an idea of what we're looking at here. I'm sorry about the blur. Anywho, that there is a difference between the 1982 release Malaysia version of that Cat forklift and the 1980 version of the Hong Kong Cat forklift. It's really not that interesting unless you're really into variations, but just thought I'd let you know about that. Other variations, we've got the 1974, yes, the 1974 Baja Bruiser with a purple tampo on it in yellow alternate paint. I already have this one with the blue tampo, so at some point we're going to compare those side by side. It's quite a pricey little vehicle. This one here, exceedingly rare, It's been on my radar for a couple of years. I have not found it in mint condition. But I finally decided to splurge on this chipped up version of the yellow alternate colored geez, I can't remember what it's called. How annoying. How annoying. No, the Carabao. The Carabao. So I finally found a yellow version of the Carabao. And this is an interesting little car because it's got opening gull-wing doors. Probably the sturdiest gull-wing doors you've ever seen on a Hot Wheel. Which is pretty neat. I mean, look at that interior. It's just about trash with dirt. But amazingly, the doors still work perfectly fine. And this car wasn't cheap. So that's a point of interest. This one here, you're probably wondering, what is a 3-window 34 Ford doing on the table in O-Dog's collection? This one here is the exceedingly rare white Tampo. Most of these cars, if you look at them, have a yellow Tampo, the flames and behind hot rod. It's all in yellow. This one is in white. Let's see if the not being beside the computer screen might help you see that. Other than that, we've got a metallic red enamel paint job. White Tampo with black in the skylight. Fenders are a dark brown. The best way to really determine that you have an authentic version of this very early rare alternate color car, it's not an easy one to find because most people don't even know about it, is the fact that it has yellow windows. I have 2 of these cars. One of them not as nice condition as this one. They both have yellow windows. And if you look at any other 34 3-window coupe with metallic red and a similar Tampo, it's going to have a blue Tampo window. You're not going to find a yellow Tampo window such as this one. It was exclusive to this first release of white Tampo paint. Anyways, I'm sorry if this is not exceedingly interesting to you, but I do collect all variations, and certainly the most rare ones are especially of interest to me. So that car there definitely fits the bill. We've also got a 1980s super van. This one here does not have the opening hood, as most of the super vans of this era do. This one is cast shut, as most of the vans would be into the early 90s, especially during the metallic paint purple series with the yellow dots on it. But at some point, they decided to cast the hood shut instead of having a plastic opening hood. This is the more difficult super van to find. Sorry, it's not a super van, it's a Baja Breaker, not a super van. Baja Breaker. But it is one of the more difficult Baja Breakers to find, with the A-Team paint job on it. In mint condition, I would say it's almost twice as rare to find this one with the cast shut hood as it is with the hood not cast shut, so a plastic opening hood showing the engine. Pretty solid suspension on that unit. We've got a change color car here. Not a whole lot to note about that. We've got a Malaysia based Veti van. These vans, unless you're a diehard alternate base collector, these usually have a Hong Kong base. It's very rare to find the Veti van in black paint with a Malaysia base. You can find the red version with the Malaysia base, but to find the black Veti van with a Malaysia base, very, very difficult. Just as I bought these Malaysia base Veti vans, I have decided myself, even although I'm a humongous collector of variations, that I'm starting to peel away from the base variations as far as Malaysia, Hong Kong, blah blah blah. Any vehicle that looks identical from the naked eye without having to turn it over, I've decided does not warrant collecting a variation. It's getting too much. I want to show as many cars as I can on my wall, and I'm finding if I do show all the variations, I'm seeing a lot of duplicates, whereas instead I could see a lot of different cars. So anywho, that's just, we'll get into that a little bit more later if you want. But I did buy that Malaysia base vet van, and it was very hard to find. I've been after it for a long time. So if you are a base collector, that is one to be looking after for sure. Crackups. There's a lot of Hot Wheels this month. I got this Crackup set, mint in the package. We've got a unpainted sock and roll, the door hinge, and a green enamel painted bash up with the front. I was after a car that was painted silver metallic for the sock up, but oh well. I did find this police car in a separate auction. This is also part of a 2-car exclusive Crackups pack. It's got the smash up door. There you go. Anywho, that's a difficult police car to find. Where were we going after this? We've looked at the Herfies. Oh, here we go. We've got a couple cars, international release, extremely hard to find cars. Definitely making my 2015 list of the best Hot Wheels ever found. I didn't think I'd ever buy this car. It's an airport security sheriff police car with the Masters of the Universe Tampa on the front. Mint condition. I did not think I would ever own this car. And if any of you fellow YouTubers / Hot Wheel collectors know anything about this car, you will know just how rare it is to come across one in this good of condition with the Masters Tampa on the hood. I definitely had to put out a few bills for this car, and I don't normally collect the international cars, especially the ones from France and Mexico. They're far too pricey, but for this one car, being an aviator myself, I fly helicopters, I kind of had to have the airport security car. So that explains partially why I have this Hot Wheels airport security sheriff's car. What it doesn't explain is why I decided to buy this Mexico paint job Pontiac J2000 in a recent auction for $150. I don't know. Maybe because it says Canada on it? Or does it? No, not this one. It says Malaysia. I just love the tampos on this one. I've looked at it for a long time. The rarer version is the one with the gold Hot One wheels. It did just come up for sale not long ago. But I think I got this one for cheaper than the gold Hot One version that was for sale recently. And I'm just quite happy to have one of these green enamel Pontiac J2000 Mexico Tampa versions in my collection. It's not something I'm going to be after routinely. Oops, sorry about that. But I am happy to have an interesting assortment of international cars in my collection. I also got this 1988 dinosaur Douglas Digger exclusive Chevy Blazer, found only in the Dinosaur Digger playset from 1988. Has opening doors, mint condition. That's kind of interesting. Also of interest this month in the Hot Wheels haul was this Night Streaker Porsche 928 with metallic purple paint. This one has the silver metallic plastic windows. Try finding one of these with these windows. Almost impossible, I guarantee you it. You could find these with the black plastic windows, but to find them with silver plastic windows, extremely difficult. This car's been on my hunt list for over 2 years as well. When I saw it come up for sale on eBay for $20 buy now, I did not even hesitate to spring on that purchase because, frankly, when it comes to my time spent searching for a car, that ends up with a dollar value associated to it. Another interesting car, this Toyota MR2 Rally, number 233 from the Blue Card collection. This is a mid-90s car. 5-spoke wheels, highly desirable. These cars came with 5 dots, 3 spokes, all sorts of variations. But this one here, I managed to pick it up for $10 plus shipping. And pretty cool car, not gonna lie. It's gonna look nice on my collection of opened Hot Wheels if I ever grow the balls to open it. Am I missing some? Yes, I'm missing, we've got the 1980 Wisconsin. Got this one like brand spanking new for $5. Can't go wrong. Why not? The Street Rotor with alternate variations. These were all California Customs. I was going to say Parker Plate. California Customs vehicles. Variations, not easily attainable. We've got windshield variations, wheel variations, paint variations, interior variations. There's about 8 variations of these Suzuki Street Rotors based on the Suzuki Samurai. None of them look particularly realistic, but if you're into variations like I am, there's quite a few to look out for. Last vehicle we're going to get into, well, second from last maybe, is this Getty promotional 1991 Range Rover. We've also got this exclusive race car from the 63 Corvette convertible. This is from the Tomart's Guide. Got Real Riders. An 8000 released Pink Passion. Definitely deserving of being opened. Tell me to grow some balls and I will open it. I have quite a collection of these 2002 Street Demons, I believe they are. Anyways, not sure if I had this one, but at $3 or $4 couldn't pass. Lovely all metal castings with Real Rider wheels. This is a collection of 30 cars, I believe. Yes, 30 cars. That was released and pretty worthwhile. Finally, in the very, very back, we've got the Lost Cars of China Hotbird. Really nice looking car. All metal base. Definitely worth adding to your collection if you're a Hotbird collector. And we've got the Elmo Langley number 64 Goodyear Thunderbird. Look good next to some of your NASCAR cars. Also, we have the Ultra Hots 2007 model Volkswagen with the opening hood. Real Riders. Pretty sweet looking car. A lot of custom opportunities with that one. Finally, we have a couple green lights, but we're going to look at those in a separate video because this video is definitely taking forever. My hand is asleep just holding the camera. So I'm sorry if it took too long, but I hope you enjoyed it. Happy hunting, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.